Good Sunday morning. Gonna head out, put a little bit of gas in this thing. I finally run a full tank out. Driving it to work and some other places. She's pretty low, so let's get over here to the gas station and fill this thing up. Had to do some adjusting on the clutch and shift engagement on 3/4 on this Borg T-10. Just didn't feel like it's wanting to hold in high gear at lower RPM. Oh, that's a big coach. Wasn't holding in high gear very well when I'd be cruising and at a lower speed. Of course, the cam's kind of lopey. That probably wasn't helping when the engine was at a lower RPM and I was at a low speed. So anyhow, we'll give this a try and check out these adjustments I made on the clutch and on the 3/4, and we'll see how she works. Boyd's Creek has sure got busy. It's just unreal, the amount of traffic in the area, especially Boyd's Creek, because it kind of cuts across from Highway 66 back over towards Seymour. There's a lot of development in this area too, as far as houses and everything else. Video I posted when I changed the mufflers. It's made a huge difference inside the vehicle. And I think the next project we're going to do is probably try to pull the front off this motor. Don't know if you can hear it in the video because I got a windsock on the camera. So I'm going to be doing some filming of the car so you can kind of hear what it sounds like outside the car as it's rolling up the road or the street. But I'm going to pull the front off the motor. I've got a new water pump. This one here is a couple years old. Even though it doesn't have many miles on it, I'm going to have to replace it since I got it off. And we're going to go back to a standard double roller timing chain set. This thing kind of quiet in the front of the car. I don't know why I got so sensitive to all the noise as I got older, but when you're young, you want it loud. To get people's attention, and now I just want to keep it quiet. So if I am out here playing, I can play a little bit and not be so noticeable. I also upgraded the fans on this thing. It's been running pretty cool. It's already in the 80s this morning. And it's still barely running 170. Not went that far, but the electric fan I did put on it did help some. I think the most I've seen on a mid-90s day, sitting at a red light for a couple minutes, it might have seen 200 degrees, which is not too bad. I like to keep them cool. In Knoxville. You can probably see it on the rear camera that everybody's trying to get out of Sevierville area. So just pulling up, we'll fill this this thing up real quick, and I'll be back with y'all here in just a minute. Well, I filled her up with fuel. Took about 18 gallons, which I believe is a 20-gallon tank. They're biggin'. They something had to have happened on the Chapman Highway, some type of blockage or something. Third gear engagement feels good and solid. still lots of traffic back and forth. We might have it open in here. Still exceptionally well. The other motor, the original motor, didn't get but about 20 miles per gallon if you're lucky. Of course, it could be a lot of traffic because this is Bristol weekend. All three races, truck race, Xfinity race, and the Cup race, excellent finishes. I didn't get to go. They had to work Saturday. But my brother went up there for the weekend, and I'm sure he enjoyed himself. So anyhow, I'm gonna pop out here, get the cameras mounted. I think I'm just gonna do it right here in my neighborhood, and get some outside shots so you kind of hear and see what type of noise that gear drive makes, and then you can see how quiet the exhaust is now. So take me a second, but we'll get anyhow, we'll do a quick walk around so you can kind of hear what it's like when it's sitting here idling. Probably should pop the hood and let you see what you kind of hear with the hood. Kind of a plain Jane motor. There's the electric fan set up. but I kind of like it plain Jane. Just your standard small block Chevrolet. It's over 400 cubic inches. But you sure can hear that gear drive. I think that's going to be a wrap. Go in here, going to kind of put some of these clips together, and may do a time lapse on the disassembly on the front of the motor off on this thing. But I don't know. Either way, didn't film it, but the little ST. Hood's painted. Roof got painted. Kinda did it on a blend line. Don't look too close, because I did this with the old spray can. But anyhow, got everything cleaned up. Fans just kicked on the Camaro. Need to pop the hood and let some of that heat out. But did a bunch of piddly work on this thing. Had an issue with the little rubber connection that runs off the electric fuel pump into the hard line. So I was losing fuel pressure. I wasn't showing much on the gauge, so by myself I used some jack stands, unbolted the bed on this thing, pulled the pump out. Thought to myself, never replaced the pump in this truck. I wonder if I should. I didn't. I replaced a little sectional line that's about 1.5 inches long. Big mistake. I think it lasted, I don't know, a week, maybe 2 weeks, and pump still run, but it was just so weak it wasn't putting out maybe 1 psi pressure. So bed come back off the truck again, and replace the fuel pump. But it sure seems like it's easier to take the bed off rather than dropping the tank on it. Didn't have it about half a tank of fuel in it, so it probably wouldn't be so bad. That fan is a little bit, but warm outside. It's probably pretty close to about 88 degrees. And, we're gonna call this video a wrap. Hope you guys like it. If you've got any input on it, put it in the comments below. But otherwise, have a blessed Sunday, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you.